That doesn't sound excited. Are you excited?
So you know when people scream like that, it spreads COVID.
Yeah, but they have the masks.
You may have just killed someone with that.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
I'm sorry, that was a dark way to start.
But the only way to start, actually.
How is everyone? Don't scream. I just said don't scream.
I have a confession to make.
Yes.
I don't know you from Supernatural.
Okay. Do you know?
I know you as the Gishwiz guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The Gishwiz guy. I should get T-shirts made with that on it. Have you participated in Gish?
I've done it twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. What was your experience?
It was amazing because, like, what I learned from it was people are willing to do almost anything as long as you ask them politely.
You don't even have to ask politely. You can just ask.
Can you do this for me, please?
Isn't that kind of an amazing?
It is.
thing?
It's incredible.
Yeah. I think a lot of what I learned with Gish is that people are incredibly bored, and they want something to do. Yeah. No, I agree. It's kind of amazing. I mean, I'm now friends with a man named Dave Lavery, who is the director of solar system exploration for NASA, and that's because of Gish. And
name dropping.
I am name dropping. Literally, there was the name, and I dropped it right there. He was approached during, or NASA was asked to do things for Gish, and NASA as an organization was like, no, you know what? Okay, we'll do it. So NASA, like, speaking of asking and people will do things, people ask nicely, and NASA named a mountain on Mars Gishwiz, which is amazing.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
How long has it been going now? It's been going. God, it's got to be
11
over 10
years.
I was gonna say it's got to be over 10 years now. So half of you know what it is, right? For those of them that don't,
Gish is the greatest international scavenger hunt, and I run it, and you can participate if you want. And there's my pitch. Very
The
good.
end.
How many of you have been to a German Christmas market? Not Gish. Yeah, see, a much higher ratio of you have. Wait, keep your hands up.
12.
How
13?
many of you have not been to a
Keep your hands up.
German Christian market? I mean, Christmas market. Just the three of you. Why have you not been? What?
They've canceled.
They are
in some
canceled?
places.
Where are they canceled?
In Bavaria.
Well, they're happening here because I went to one last night. So you can go to a Christmas market here, and you can get potato chips. You can get French fries. Yes. Okay. Good. Well, I'm glad we're having this talk.
This is nice talk. Nice talk.
This
Remember
feels,
that you have.
this feels important. I'm so glad that you all came to talk about this.
They did.
Does anyone have any questions for me?
Right. If you have a question, remember, Jenna. No. Jamie. No. Jennifer. Jennifer is here. There's a couple here in the middle right away. Oh, I see. 1, 2, 3. All of a sudden, where were you guys earlier when I was asking for questions? Now everybody has a question.
Hi.
Hi.
We took a picture earlier today.
Yes.
Yes, it's good to see you again.
Thank you. My question is, do you have a most emotionally scene in Supernatural that you carry it at home? And are you still in good contact with Jensen and Jared?
In good contact?
In general, contact.
We send hate mail to each other, if that's what you're talking about. I will occasionally send each other text messages like, just fuck off, or something like that. That's not true. There were a few scenes only a handful of scenes on Supernatural that were emotional enough for me to carry them home with me. One was the last scene. That was very emotional for me. The last scene that I shot on Supernatural was also Castiel's last scene in the series. It was his goodbye, I love you scene. And so and that was also the last scene, it was a Friday night. It was the last scene we shot that week. It was a late night. It was the last scene of my shooting on the show, which meant I was also saying goodbye to the whole crew and the cast. So there were a lot of layers of goodbye to that. And then we all got on a plane right after that scene that almost crashed. And so we all thought we were gonna die too. So it was a very emotionally charged night. And that one has stuck with me. And also I think the meaning, the poignancy, the meaning of that scene, I think I'm still carrying with me a little bit. So yeah, that's the main scene. And I'm still in, I communicated with Jared and Jensen yesterday. I mean, obviously through our lawyers. But they're dear friends of mine. I get a text also every day from, do you know what a dolly is on a set? There's a camera that's on a little trolley, and there's a man whose job it is just to push that trolley. And the guy who pushed the trolley the whole time I was on the show, his name is Dave, and he's about 10 years older than me. And every morning he sends me a text that says, "Good morning." So I'm still in touch with Dolly Dave, too.
Very nice, thank you. Let's get one from the left here. From my left, your right. Not your right, their right.
Hi, I don't know if you can see me over here.
I can. You're originally from Germany, but then you lived in the United States, and then you came back to Germany.
Well, goddammit, you got me.
You're gonna make her cry.
You'll also see me tomorrow again. Anyway, so I'm a student, and I've literally introduced myself in courses by saying, "Hi, I have lots of emotions about the gay angel." And you mentioned the confession scene, so I figured I'd try to ask, I mean, you as a person, as an actor, what would be something you'd want to tell Cass? But also, if that's too intense of a question, if Cass were German, what kind of cheese would he prefer? And I'm really sorry.
What kind of cheese?
Would he prefer?
Can you tell me something about German cheeses? Because I had nachos last night, and it looked like, German nachos are very different from our nachos. Our nachos are good, and your nachos are German nachos. I think it was a bag of Doritos that somebody threw up on.
Yeah, that's not right.
Anyway, so that's the only German cheese I've had so far on this trip. It looked like it came out of a spray can. Can you tell me about German cheese? Your microphone is off. They've cut you off.
Bergkäse,
Have I been cut?
Butterkäse.
Yeah, okay. It doesn't have to be a German cheese, it's just German Cass. I'm sorry.
German Cass?
Yes.
Cass.
Oh.
His name could be Carsten, just say.
His name could be Carsten. Yeah. What does that mean? It's just a name, Carsten. Carsten? Yeah. I know somebody named Carsten.
That's a very controversial question. I will tell you this. I got the wardrobe for that character, and then I was like, okay, I guess I have to do an SS officer accent here. But it was a terrible accent, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the German people for that character that I played, and I can't believe you brought that up. And I love that you were like, if that's too controversial, I'll ask you another even more controversial question. Can someone eject that woman from the...
I think we should take a question.
Thank you,
from
yes.
the
Can you
right-hand
ask
side.
a question that's very far away from that woman?
Over here, on the right-hand side, that's the best German accent I can give you.
That's very good.
Thank you.
Hi Misha, first
Hi.
I want to tell you I absolutely love you. And my question is actually about Scooby Natural. So if there would have been another cartoon that could have had a crossover with Supernatural, which one would you prefer?
Teletubbies?
The Teletubbies is live action. It's got to be a cartoon. That's the rules.
Oh shit. It would have been nice to be in The Simpsons. Wouldn't it? What?
So I was thinking about
Or South Park.
I was thinking about Professor Layton. So it's more like a game, but it also has this series, and it's about solving mysteries.
Professor who?
Layton. It's a game, and they
Professor
are solving
Layton.
mysteries, and it's also a bit about fantasy. So I think it's a bit like Scooby-Doo, actually.
Okay, but
So
I've never
this
heard
one-
of it.
Is it a game on the phone?
No, it's for the Nintendo.
For the Nintendo.
For the Nintendo.
Professor Layton.
Okay.
Mark it down.
Are you making a
Make a note.
suggestion here? Should I contact Warner Brothers and have them get on it?
Yeah.
Okay, I will. Thank you. I won't, but I said I will. Thank you.
We didn't promise, so that's okay. Here's another one in the middle then? Yep, go right there. We're just gonna like rotate. Middle, left, right.
Hi.
There are some episodes where you are the evil guy. How was it for you to play someone that's evil?
It felt natural. Dare I say, supernatural. Yes, someone else.
To the left. Making Jane, no, Gemma, no.
Wait.
Jennifer, making Jennifer work for it.
Hi, Misha.
Hi.
It's just a simple question. Are you happy with your life at the moment?
Are you happy
Am
with
I
your
happy
life?
with my life at the moment? That is a very simple question. No. Thanks a lot. Are you happy with your life? Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's right. That's about all we can expect at the moment.
There's medication for
Yeah.
that.
Great.
All right. Gemma? No. Jennifer? Just not right across the aisle. Go ahead.
Hi, thank
Hi.
you. My question is actually not about supernatural.
Okay.
It's about road foods.
It's about what?
Road foods.
Oh, road food. Yes.
Oh, road food.
I'm
just
for
started
one
that, didn't you?
very excited about road foods. Could you share anything, because we haven't seen it in Germany yet, but
Well,
what
I
can
don't
you
think
share?
I don't think anyone has seen it anywhere. So you can take some comfort in that. And I'm sure you'll be able to illegally download it soon. It's been really interesting for me because it's a show. So I've for a long time I've been interested in just exploring my country and getting to know people and communities that I wouldn't otherwise have a chance to get to know or meet. And road food has just been a great excuse to do that. So I'm traveling around the United States and having meals with people who are from very different walks of life. I've had, I went motorcycle riding with a bunch of Trump supporters, for instance. I don't know how well you know me, but I'm not a huge Trump supporter. I hate him. So it's been very interesting.
Very cool. Very cool.
Just follow up, what would Dean's favorite food have been?
What
Pie.
was-
Pie.
Dean's favorite food.
Pie.
Did you try pie on your road foods trip?
No, I didn't have a single piece of pie.
He would be very
No,
disappointed.
yeah, he would be.
Thank you for the question. There's some more on the right. Janie? No. Jennifer? I think you should do an Autobahn thing where you drive on the
That
Autobahn and
sounds
have
great.
nachos at each gas station.
Hello.
Misha, thank you for taking time to come here.
Thank you
and to
for
make us
thank
happy.
you for being here.
Thank you. One question may be a bit unorthodox, but when can we see you on the stage in London in a theatre play? That would be a great dream.
Wait, on what?
On the stage in London in a theatre play, if there's any
I don't
chance.
know. I would love to do that. There's a play that I would love to do.
Which one?
I'm not telling you. And that sounds like a great idea.
Please come, we are waiting for you. And
Okay.
sorry, second part of the question. Would you like to take on some Shakespeare? And if yes, comedy or tragedy?
I would love to have the acting skills to perform Shakespeare, but I don't. So I am self-aware enough to know that, and would never attempt. But I love Much Ado About Nothing.
Yeah, it's very nice. Let's take one from the left. And I don't know why she's inviting you to do stage in London. We've got a great English theater in Frankfurt. You could just do it right here in Germany.
Really?
Yeah. Jennifer's choice.
Hello, Misha. I'm happy to see you here again.
Good to be here.
My question is for you, Gish's present. You love to be presented with the Queen of England in any stages, old, romantic, and I would like to know what you do with these drawings you get.
I'm sorry, that's private and I can't tell you.
Oh, I would like to know because I did 2 of this, and
I'll just tell you this, a lot of them are very sticky.
I know I did 2 of this. So one was printed in a catalog of yours. And I would really like to know if they hang on your wall or...
I can't tell you. That's private. It's personal. Yeah.
Misha.
I love that you're making Jamie or Jennifer or Jacqueline or whatever her name is run back and forth. There's like, you can never let her do a nearby one. Yes.
I'm trying to be fair.
That person, is there someone? Oh yeah, here in the very far,
Right
right
here
up
in the
here,
front
front
corner,
row.
This is the last
all the way up
question we
here,
have.
Jennifer. Right up
The
here.
very last
well,
question.
actually, Jennifer, wait a minute, Jennifer. That one back there is better.
Changed his mind.
What, Jennifer?
She's doing her own thing.
Hi.
Sorry. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thanks, you.
And if I can't hear you, I'll read your lips.
Okay, great. I have a question.
She's wearing a mask, in
Yeah.
case you can't see, so that was a joke. Because I can't read her lips. Because she's wearing a mask.
Well, I think it's because we're sitting higher. It just went over their heads.
Yeah.
I have a question about poetry because
Okay.
you have recently published an amazing poetry book. Thank you so much for that. And I would love to know who inspired you to be a poet, and maybe you can tell us about your favorite poets.
I'm sorry to say I was not inspired to be a poet. I think I just started writing poems because I was too impatient to write long form prose. It was a sort of shorthand written therapy for me. So I was just writing for myself, and I was writing in short bite-sized segments that were poems, I guess. But at that time, I hadn't even read that much poetry when I started writing poems. So I wouldn't say that this sounds really unappreciative of those before me, but I wasn't like thinking that I was trying to emulate anyone when I started writing poetry. And I like some, I like more contemporary poets, and fairly mainstream. Actually, that's not entirely true. I like some old school poets like Hafiz and Rumi, who are several hundred years are antecedents. And I also like a couple of modern American poets like Mary Oliver or Billy Collins. And There's a poet a German poet that I like, Rainier Maria Rilke. There's a Rilke quote, which is not from a poem, that is everything. This is an English translation, so you're probably going to be like, that is not what Rilke said. But everything is gestation and birth. And I think about that quote often because I feel like in my own life there are a lot of times when I'm waiting for something to mature in myself before it comes out. And I notice that when I can have the space and patience in my life to allow that gestation to happen, then the thing that comes forth is what it was meant to be. And I think actually, ironically, my book of poetry was an example of that, because for a long time, probably 11 years, maybe longer, I was thinking, I would like to write a book of poetry, but it kept on not being the right time for me. And then finally, it was like in 1 month, really, I was like, oh, now's the time to do that. And it all came together, and it felt like that was the right time for that to be born into the world. So that Rilke quote has been quite actually important in my life. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for taking the time to chat with us today.
I am going to be very civilized about
thank you for
this,
the
and I'm just
assist.
going to leave when I'm supposed to leave.
Enjoy the rest
Bye.
of the show, and we'll see you again later. Misha Collins, ladies and gentlemen. Machen wir was kurz hier? Okay. Oh, it's coming back.
Hallo, hallo.
He's
Hi.
got one back here.
Erstmal schönen guten Abend. Schön, dass noch